What made Gandhi Gandhi? What made King King? What made Mandela Mandela? And, I mean, in one regard, I genuinely believe that all of those people were touched in a very special way by God, and I don't think you ask for that. In fact, I don't think any of us really want that, because that's a massive responsibility. But I do think that there are things that all of us can do that learn from the lives of Gandhi and King that all of us can kind of adopt. And I'm thinking of one thing in particular, and I'll tell the story of this. When Martin Luther King Jr. was a young student, 20 years old, he went from his seminary in Pennsylvania to the city of Philadelphia one night to hear a lecture by a great scholar named Mordecai Johnson. Mordecai Johnson was lecturing on nonviolence. And the person that Mordecai Johnson talked about as kind of the archetype of nonviolence was an Indian Hindu named Mahatma Gandhi. And as King was hearing this story of Gandhi's Satyagraha movement, his truth force movement to free India, King was bridging the values that Gandhi had discovered in Hinduism with his own values in Christianity. Gandhi spoke of love in Hinduism. King saw that as a deep value in Christianity. Gandhi spoke of peace and truth in Hinduism. King saw that in his own tradition. And so King, when confronted with somebody from a different background, didn't say, "You're so different from me, I can't learn from you. I have to oppose you. I have to ignore you." He said, "Wow, what is it in your tradition that it also is in my tradition? And how do I find those common values between our traditions? And then how can I learn from your path in applying those values?" And King remains a really strong Christian throughout his life. But he also says that the person who taught him his social reform technique of boycotts and fasting was Gandhi. King says that Jesus Christ furnished the spirit of the civil rights movement for him, but Gandhi furnished the method of it. So I think that, for me, that's a huge lesson. And remember, we're talking 60 years ago, at a time in which people from different backgrounds weren't coming into contact with each other, when the vast majority of America or the vast majority of the West might have had a very suspicious view of people from an Eastern religion like Hinduism. King had the mindset, had the spirit to stay true to his own tradition, find common values between traditions, and then learn from the inspired story of somebody from a different background. And I think that is a way of thinking and a way of applying lessons learned that we can all learn from.